Hey y'all, what's up? So I thought I'd get on here. We're just kind of having a slow morning, huh? We're having a slow morning, huh? um, but I thought I'd get on here and talk with you guys for a minute and show you the little cutie. You guys will probably see the video of her feeding herself before you will see this video, but I thought I would just add a little bit more to it. So, hey Sophia, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're like, the camera's out. I'm a happy girl, huh? Is that so? Are you telling them all about it? Tell them about our plans for today. No? Yeah, you tell them. You tell them. You tell them. So you guys, we have started a little bit of a bad habit with Sophia. So she sees us on our phones pretty much, like, I don't want to say like all the time, but like when we're checking Facebook or like texting or calling somebody, and she now wants our phone. So today I was holding her on the couch and I put my phone up on the side, and I had her on the other side of me, and she wanted my phone. She didn't even want me. She's trying to crawl over me to get to my phone. I was like, are you kidding me? And she just wants to hold it. Like, she doesn't want to get on it. She just wants to hold it. She wants her own device. And so I think I might look for like a play phone for her or something, so she has like her own phone. Huh? You need your own phone? But yeah, so I thought I'd get on here and show you the little Missy. We're going to work on tummy time today and crawling, because she's like right there. She knows how to scoot. She's just not crawling a whole lot because she wants to walk. She could care less to crawl. So we're trying to get the crawling going. And she loves her exerciser. And so that's like her go-to that she is most of the time in, just because she loves it. So today I've got, let's see. Let's go see what I'm going to do. My house is like super messy right now because I wasn't feeling good last night. And so I just went to bed and I didn't like really, like, I did some dishes, but not a whole lot. But I have, what do I have? I have a steak, I have ground beef and chicken that I need to cook up today. And so I think I'm going to do enchiladas with my ground beef. Oh, and I got bacon in there too. I'll probably cook up the bacon just to have bacon on hand. So we're going to do enchiladas, and then, yeah, you're so pretty. And then we're going to do, I think, a steak with some broccolettes later tonight. We're going to grill them and stuff. But you guys, it is so stinking pretty out here. And so I might end up going for a little walk today. But like, look how pretty it is. It's just like sunny, and we have like nobody behind us, which is so nice. We just are like up against like, I think it's like a wetland, or no, I think actually somebody owns the property behind us. But it's so pretty, so we don't have like anybody next to us, which is super nice. But anyways, it's so gorgeous out here, and I think we might end up going for a little walk today. I'm trying to get back in shape. It just hasn't really happened since I've had Sophia, and she's gonna be 7 months old, I think, on Monday. And so I need to start working out a little bit more. And so I think I'm going to start that on Monday, and just try to kind of like, not like give myself like 100% fit, because I know this summer I'm not going to be like 100% fit, but I'm going to try just to get back in shape. Yesterday I helped my parents with some chores that they needed help with. And my back is killing me today. I don't know how they just do it. I don't know. They need to hire somebody, I think. But so I'm like super sore. And then last night after Sophia went down, I started feeling like I like almost had like food poisoning. And I didn't feel good at all last night. And so today we're just kind of taking it easy. We're going to get some food going and just kind of have a chill day, and then we'll just kind of go from there. Sophia's staring at us, you guys. Hey, Sophia. You want to say something to the camera? You want to say something? You want to say something? Are we gonna be cooking today? You know, you're not getting my phone. Are you trying to give him hugs? Oh, you guys, she's giving you guys a hug. Are you gonna reach out and give hugs? Hey, Sophia. Hey, Sophia. I love you. So pretty. All right, well, I will get back on here. You give them hugs. You give them hugs. Woogie, we'll get back on here when we get our food going, huh? We gotta get some food going. Hey y'all, what's up? I thought I would bring you into my kitchen today and just kind of show you guys what I am making for dinner. So I have refried beans. I've got Mexican style rice, and then on this one I've got the ground beef going. And so this is like one of our probably favorite meals. And then I got shredded cheese, so I was gonna come over here and talk with you guys. So, this is probably one of our favorite and probably cheapest meals that we make. And so, I've been trying to use up some ingredients that we have in our house because we've had some stuff for a while, and I'm like, well, we need to use this up and get it out of the house so I can go buy new stuff and do some different meals. And so, I decided for today we would do we do enchiladas, and then we have a steak that we need to cook up, and so I was thinking we should do the steak maybe like either for dinner, or we'll do this for dinner and then do the steak as like a late night snack. But so yeah, so my enchiladas, I use a big jar of refried beans. I use the Mexican style rice, and then we do about like a pound. A pound and a half of ground beef, and we just kind of cook it all up. And it usually always turns out amazing. And I got my little cranky pants in my living room today. She's teething and she's just fighting sleep right now, so she's just gonna stay up and play with some toys. And then I think this was like a pound block of sharp cheddar cheese, and so I shred the cheese. My goodness. And so yeah, and so I thought I would kind of just show you guys kind of how I roll these up. And stuff, and so got cheese. But yeah, so that is kind of what I'm going to show you guys. But I will get back on here when I get closer to rolling them up, because I also got to deal with a little cranky pants. So I will be back in just a few. Alrighty, you guys, I'm back now. So my food's almost done. I'm just waiting on the rice now. So what I do now while I'm waiting is I take my pan that I'm using the, I think this is the 9x13. I don't know, didn't even say. But I use the this one, and I spray it with non-sticking spray, and then I go ahead and I take some enchilada sauce, and I just kind of, not like cover the whole pan, but just little squiggles, and then I take these little, like the small tortilla ones, and I line the bottom of my pan. I have used the bigger ones before, and they work great too. We just happened that this was all we had. And then I take the I take one of the small ones, and I just kind of like cut it in half. Kind of, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I cut them like this, and then I use these on the ends, just depending on how you want to layer them in. So then you've got the bottom layered, and then I love cheese, you guys, like, it's my life. So then I take the refried beans, and I usually just do 2 layers. So, because there is a lot filling that goes with this. So, and Tom likes refried beans, but he doesn't like them as much as I do. Like, I could do 2 of the big jars and be super, super happy. So, I put the refried beans in, and then I start to like spread it out towards the edges and corners, and just kind of, pretty much just kind of like, it doesn't have to be even, because you're never gonna get something like 100% even, but I just start to spread them on out. And this meal usually costs under about like $15 depending on what you buy. We usually do all Winco brand canned stuff, so after I do that, I usually do a layer of cheese. And so I've got my shredded cheese that I shredded, and I just take a handful and spread it in the middle. I don't do as much cheese as on the top. I put tons of cheese on the top of it, but I just kind of do like that, so it looks kind of like that. And then I take my beef. Well, it's a little warm. Let me grab a pop holder. And then I take my ground beef. We cook ours until there's like no liquid left in it, and then like there'll still be grease, but there's like not near as much as what some people leave in theirs, until we cook ours pretty much down to no liquid. And then I do a layer of the beef, and you kind of just put in however much you think you and your family will like. Like, there's no right or wrong with this. You can do more, you can do less. It's really just what you guys are gonna like. I've modified my recipe to fit with what Tom likes too. And even like with the spices, he loves his taco meat super, super spicy, and I can't have it that spicy. And so we kind of did like an in-between where it's not super, super spicy, but it's perfect for us. And then you can even just spread a little bit more cheese in between the layers. I even have done like extra enchilada sauce inside them. It just really depends on what you are gonna like and enjoy. And then I kind of get the next set of tortillas going while I'm waiting, because usually I always start this when the rice isn't even done yet, just because that way I can get my layers kind of done and figured out. And you can even do, I've thought about doing one layer where it's just all beans and beef, and then topping it off, and then doing another layer of just rice, and then doing cheese on top of that. So there's like no right or wrong. Like, you guys can do it however you guys like it. And then while you're sitting here, you can just sit and eat some cheese, and it's really good. But so yeah, and so I kind of just prep. The enchiladas usually last us for an entire month, because usually we'll have them the day that I make them, and then we will actually go ahead and I will freeze them, and then whenever we want something that's a quick meal for dinner, then I will just pull them out, and then we can heat them in the microwave. And even with the cheese that's on top of the enchiladas, when you microwave them, you can't tell it's microwaved food. Like, that's how good they are. And so now we just wait. We'll wait and wait and wait on the rice. Also, another thing with the rice too is they say you're not supposed to pull the lid off while it's like doing the last stage. Like, you're supposed to just like let it simmer. And I try to let it do that, but I also like kind of stir it because I don't want it to stick to the bottom of my pan. Even though you put butter in it just like, it still gets sticky. My little angel fell asleep over there. I will probably put it in after this clip. She like started feeding herself the bottle, you guys. So I was trying to get food going, and she was crying. I was like, so I gave her a bottle, and I showed her. I was like, okay, put your hands in your bottle. This is how you eat. And she ended up taking the bottom, she put it in her mouth and she started eating, which is good because we've been working on that with her for a while. And she just refuses to feed herself. Like, she wants us to feed her, which there's nothing wrong with it. It just would make it easier if she helped out and fed herself a little bit. And so she did, which was really awesome. And then the rice is just about done. I always have to make sure I shut my burners off because I have this like fear that I'm gonna burn my house down by leaving one of the burners on. And our smoke alarms in our house, like if there's just a little bit of smoke, because there's like one right over there, it goes off, but it doesn't just put that smoke detector off, it puts them all off through the whole house. So if she's napping, it wakes her up, and then we have to get fresh air in the house and like blow fans to try to get them to shut off. Because you can push a button, but if it's still too smoky, they just keep going off, and it's like, oh my gosh. And so now when I cook, I try to cook things that are not like burning, like meals that are gonna burn in the oven. Because I did it with cinnamon rolls, and like the butter spilled out on the edges, and it like made my whole house super smoky. And this is the first time I made cinnamon rolls in our house, and Tom was gone working, and I didn't know he was coming home from work early, and so I was like running around the house like trying to open up the windows, but I didn't want to open up our front door, so I opened up our back door, and I was like opening up all the fans, and then all of a sudden he walks in the house, and I'm like, I like almost like grabbed a knife, and like, oh, it freaked me out because nobody ever comes in our house. And so I was like, it's like who's coming in our house, like no, you can't be coming in. And then when I saw his face, I was like, oh, because I was standing in the kitchen, and I was like, luckily Sophia was in her room, so I wasn't that worried. But I swear, men, they like to try to surprise their women, but then they don't realize that they sometimes also freak us out too. So, rice is done. I turn that off. So now that my rice is done, I go ahead and layered it on in. I do probably like four spoonfuls, give or take, and then I take the this thingy, and I spread out the rice a little bit so I can kind of just see where it's at, and then I can just like come back in and just kind of place a little bit of the rice where I think it needs to go, because I like rice to be completely covering the whole dish. And like some might call this like a casserole, but I don't think it's casserole. I think it's just my way of how I like to make enchiladas. And then after that's done, you'll kind of see, I kind of like flatten it down so it's all flattened. And then you grab your tortillas, and the cut ends that are on this side, I switch them so there's not cut ends on both sides. So then I put the whole ones on this side, and I layer them in. And then like this one has a little bit more room, so if I wanted to, which I might, yeah, I can just put the whole, so this one I was able to do 6 because I'm on my next layer. And then I just start it all over again. So I start with, do I want to do cheese on the bottom of this one? No. We're just going to do refried. So we put the rest of the refried because this is our last layer. So this I can only get usually 2 layers out of. So, and they're usually pretty full layers too. So I start with smearing all of this out, and it gets messy. I'm not gonna lie. It'll get all over you, and that's okay because it tastes good, so you can just kind of eat as you go. So, and also too, you guys, when you're filling these in, some spots are gonna be fuller like than others. Like it's gonna be, it might be like kind of hilly, and that's okay. I kind of just fill in the lows so I can get all my toppings in. So I got that layer in. So then I go back to my ground beef, and I get my ground beef. And because we do like our toppings, usually I try to use them all up. So like, I have lots of dishes in this, you guys. So, so I just try to spread it out, get a little bit of ground beef everywhere, so at least you have a bite of everything. That's kind of what I try to do. And then I finish it off with the rice. And I get every bit out that I can. I try not to leave too much of anything just because I don't like to waste anything. So then you grab the spatula back out and you just kind of spread it all around. Okay. So then you got your second layer in. So then what I do is, because I'm done with all these utensils, let's get them all over there. So then what I end up doing is I put a little bit of cheese on the top of the rice, but it's not done yet, you guys. So just a good amount of cheese. The cheese also helps stick everything together. So then you top it off with more tortillas. Woo. So gotta have those tortillas. And I even do these short ones like on the top. Sometimes it's easier to do the short ones. And I kind of just gently press down on it. It kind of just helps push everything together. And then I take a little bit of the enchilada sauce and I kind of go up against the corners, because the corners it can seep back down in, and I go kind of zigzagged over. This is the Winco medium sauce, and it's not like super spicy at all, because I can handle some spice and not anything like too crazy. And then I top it off with the rest of the cheese. So whatever cheese I did not use in my enchiladas all goes on the top, because I don't want to have to like try to keep this for another meal. I like to just be able to use all the ingredients I had, unless like I buy pre-shredded cheese and then I just put what I think would look good on here. Okay, let me get these out of our way. So then you've got your enchiladas, and then I sometimes will even put just the rest of the sauce, drizzle it back and forth on the top, because by the time you put some on the bottom, and if you do some in between the layers, like I'm all out now, and so it just gives it a good layer. And this is probably like 5 pounds. Like this itself is about 5 pounds worth of food, so it's a lot. So I'm gonna put this in the oven, and then when this gets done, excuse me, I will go ahead and show you guys. Alrighty, you guys, so this is the finished product. Well, it's not really product, it's food. But when it starts to bubble on the sides and then it starts to get like kind of up here how it's a little bit crispy, that is when it's done. So I hope y'all enjoyed this with me showing you guys how I make my enchiladas, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Are you feeding yourself? Ooh, gotta get up there just a little more. There you go. You guys, she's finally doing it. She's feeding herself. In between me making enchiladas, she got mad enough. I gave her her bottle and she decided to feed herself, huh? Huh?